In the recent times, there are a lot of new activists coming up in Kerala, which is good, of course, because there are a lot of people, new groups coming up. But then the problem is when people start, there is a lot of hardcore activism. A lot of activism comes up, and when you become like a hardcore activist, the thing that happens, it puts people away.
Yeah.
It makes people not want to even talk to, or because you keep asking very tough things and you keep accusing, and it makes you very angry. I know the kind of anger that I had initially when working in Kerala, maybe going back maybe 6-7 years back, I used to be very angry because people are very bad to dogs. People are killing dogs in Kerala. Then I used to hate Kerala so much. I used to be very angry with Kerala. I used to feel like every other state is better and Kerala is. You remember, right? There were a lot of campaigns going on about Kerala and all that. But then what? You start to realize actually with your experience that it's situation. There are bad things happening all over the world. It's not just Kerala, and actually it's just how you react to it, and how the way the awareness that you create. And there are a lot of new people in Kerala. What they do is they might see 3 puppies on the road. They immediately pick up those puppies. They put up a lot of posts saying that we've rescued 3 puppies, get them adopted, please adopt the puppies. So I asked those people, have you even looked around to see if the mother dog is there? Are there other siblings of those puppies around? And they are living free, happy lives on the street. Maybe they might get run over 3 days later, but until then they are living free lives. Yeah. They are free, they are with their mom, and that is their life. And these people put them up for adoption, and somebody comes, sees a cute puppy, and they just take it. And most of these dogs adopted in Kerala go into cages. So what I feel, what is more important is changing the attitude of the people and make the concept of companion animal more before you go on doing all these random 100-200 adoptions. And when groups put up posts in Facebook saying we had an adoption event and 80 puppies got adopted, it scares me. Seriously, it scares the hell out of me, thinking that, oh my God, so 80 adoption means 80 families have come forward. Are these 80 families genuine? How well will they look after this puppy that they've adopted? Is the puppy going straight from its mom on the road to a house inside a cage where it's going to cry till it gets fed up of crying? And that is what happens in most cases. So I would rather be happy to know that 100 puppies were put for adoption, maybe only 5 got adopted, but the 5 went to loving homes.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's not about, it's always, yeah, tell me, Shruti.
No, so I was saying that I agree, because it's not about in India particularly, it's practically not possible that every native dog, every stray dog or a stray animal gets a home, right? Because there are so many stray animals. For us, it's about how, as people, how do we make our surroundings more feasible for animals to live
safer.
It's okay if the dogs are outside your house, but at least give them food, water, take care of them, get them vaccinated to an extent possible. So every resident, if we look at least 2-3 people in one lane taking care of animals in their lane, we are still making it a much safer and better place for them to live, rather than lock them up at homes or force them to be indoors. Particularly the native dogs, because they are free to be outside. It's not like unfortunately the breed dogs are not tuned to be outside, but at least the ones which take birth on streets with their mothers might have a better life on streets than at home.
Because I've seen even I can't cross a road properly like a dog on the street does. I'm so scared of crossing roads.
Yeah.
I might stand there for half an hour looking left and right and still not have the courage to go. And then I see an indie running past so nicely. I'm like, oh my God, he or she crosses the road better than me. So they are so well adapted. They've lived their life on the street, and the mother dog teaches the puppies how to survive. And what I feel as responsible people that we should do is make the surroundings safer for them.
Yeah.
Like give, talk to the people, like maybe show them like you can touch these dogs, they are friendly, you just give them food or water, and take away the fear that people have. I feel that in Kerala, basically this hatred for dogs, for street dogs, is because of the fear that people have.
Yeah.
So while we were having the ABC program, and the ABC program in Kerala was going on, the best part of the program was I used to sit at the back of the vehicle where like our catching vehicle used to go catching. I used to sit in the back with the dogs that were caught. So like for example, if we caught like 8 dogs that day, so like when each dog is caught, I open the door and the dog comes to me. It's like it's a modified vehicle. It's a modified vehicle which has a big open space at the back, so the dogs come. So whenever our vehicle used to stop, and imagine we were working in Malappuram. Malappuram is one of the districts in Kerala that was like totally anti-dog. The people there hated dogs. So every time our vehicle used to stop somewhere and the boys used to go out catching, people used to come and crowd around our vehicle. Like we'll have around minimum 50 people at a time crowding around our vehicle. And they used to come inside and see, and they're seeing a girl sitting with these stray dogs. And they're like, are these pet dogs? I'm like, no, we caught them just now. Then they'll ask, so you are sitting with them, they won't come bite you? I'm like, then I'll just like show them like I'm touching one dog. I'm like, no, they're fine. They're like, from where did you catch? I'll say, we caught them right outside. These are dogs living in your area. And people are like, so they're not killing her, they're not tearing her apart. And it surprised people. So we were just like, it was every single day was awareness. Like we were spreading awareness that these are not beings that you have to be terrified of. They are just scared of you. If you are fine with them, they are absolutely okay with you too.
Yeah.
So, and then like it made release so much easier. When we used to go to release the dogs after surgery, after the 3rd day when we went out to release, we used to pick each dog from the vehicle, put them out, and then we had people clapping and everything, and people were like, yay, these dogs are back. So, and that was like such an achievement for us, because most ABC programs which happen around, I don't know whether around India, or especially in Kerala, they have this complaint like when people go to release back the dogs, the public make issues. Yeah. That is because that is how they see the dogs being released. The dogs are not even touched. They are caught, thrown into the vehicles. After surgery, the dogs are like so scared inside the vehicle. They come and like they take them with those wire loops, throw them outside. So there is absolutely no human-dog interaction. The public seeing it, see the dogs going in aggressive, coming out aggressive, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah. So we used to do it in such a way that we showed people that these dogs are friendly. These are friendly dogs coming back. These are sterilized. These are vaccinated. These dogs will not spread rabies. And that is what makes a difference. So I always feel that basically any change you want in animal welfare, it's it's the mindset has to change. You have to make a change in the public mindset. That is the only way that a difference will come.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking your time out, Sally Chechi, and just for the viewers.
And one more thing I have to say. One more thing that I have to say before we stop regarding COVID-19 and animals. Animals do not, companion animals such as dogs, cats and all that, do not spread the virus to humans. So please do not use that as an excuse to abandon the dog that you have at home. Maintain cleanliness, always keep yourself clean, wash your hands and everything, but do not be scared that your furry buddies will spread the virus to you, and do not abandon them for this reason. And for any information that you want regarding this, please only go to valid sources. You can always refer to the HSI website or the HSI social handles, Instagram, Facebook. We keep putting out all the latest information. So only trust the valid sources.
Absolutely. Very important for people to be aware of this. And at any point, anybody has any doubts or questions, write to us, ask us so that we can explain, create more understanding of how you should take care of your pets at this point, right? But do not abandon. Let us hope that with all our efforts, more people are sensitive to it and, take the necessary steps to make sure that the animals are also safe, right? Because they are dependent on us.